Hey, Super Cruisers, it's Kevin and Frank from Cruising with Wheels.
What's this Gen Z effect, and who are these people anyways?
Check out today's video all about how they're affecting the cruise industry.
This is all about the generations, people. Now, I'm a baby boomer.
And I'm a Gen Xer.
You're so smart. You're so young. So, first of all, what actually is a Gen Z or a Gen Zer? Okay, well, Pew Research has defined the Gen Z as anyone born 1997 and later. Okay, we're talking about young people, okay? Ugh. They grew up with technology, the internet, social media, which sometimes causes them to be stereotypical tech addicted, I'm not sure, antisocial, possibly, and somewhat of a social justice warrior.
Now, some Generation Z characteristics are very interesting and very, very specific.
Yeah, who are they?
Well, Gen Z features are avid gamers and music goers, and are known for their constant messaging on the internet.
Like this?
On social media networks and on mobile systems. They are truly the digitalites.
Oh, God,
digitalites.
Lord, you know how I love that.
I'm having a hard time with my mouth today. Digitalites. And they tend to care about trends.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of, you know, but they're also quick to do their own research.
Yes, and this
So I'm seeing some of the characteristics of a Gen Zer in us as well.
Oh!
I knew
We're
that would
young.
make you happy. Now, what do Gen Zers most value?
Okay, well, data shows that the COVID-era Gen Z professional highly values work-life balance and flexibility, as well as financial security and compensation. Now, this goes hand in hand with their openness about mental health.
Wow, I don't think most Gen Zers have a good work ethic.
Don't
just saying.
Say that.
I'm just saying the Gen Zers I know.
Oh, okay.
The
Who
Gen
you
Zers
know?
I know. Now, as far as the Generation Z lifestyle, Gen Zers prioritize positive relationships.
Okay.
Work-life balance, schedule flexibility, right?
Who doesn't want that?
Who doesn't want that? And job stability.
Yep.
Now, 90% of them want human interaction at work and direct communication from their coworkers, which I find that very interesting, especially since
They're very techy.
they're very techy,
Yeah.
right? Now, 65% of them expect and appreciate constant feedback from their employer or fellow employees. And I find this...
You mean a lot of this? Oh, you're so good. Oh, we love you.
I find this to be true in my industry at the salon. They want constant reinforcement that they're making the right decision.
How am I doing? What should I do?
Right.
So, why are they so important to cruising, you may ask? Well, Gen Zers are poised to be over 1/3 of the world's population.
It's kind of like the baby boom.
Yeah, and they're transforming every single thing they touch. Cruise directors are more aware than ever that this generation can make an impact on travel habits of the entire world.
Now, these new cruisers are looking for certain things when they take a cruise. They want something out of the ordinary that they can't find anywhere else. And they also want an experience they can savor and share with others. Now, those who watch this industry closely realize this is one of the groups of people that will change the very way that people think about the idea of cruising.
Right. Here we go. Trends, right? That word came up in the beginning. Trends. Okay, because right now, the average age of passengers that cruise is about 47 years old. Yes, we know you are. However, considering that Gen Z surpassed the millennials as the largest demographic group back in 2020, yeah, the average will eventually decrease in the next decades as the Z generation is considered to become one of the largest market segments in the cruise industry.
More and more, the cruise lines have adopted technology for travelers. You just have to look to the recent additions of keychains, necklaces, bracelets, and apps. This personalizes the travel experience on board as well as off the ship. Now, the cruise industry is more conscientious than ever about minimizing their environmental footprints, and passengers will be able to see and want to see the world in a more conscientious way.
Right. Now, you all remember years ago, right? The cheap backpackers, right? Kids that graduated and like, I'm throwing my t-shirts into a backpack. I got a couple of bucks on me. I'm headed to Europe, blah, blah, blah. And they were all about, staying in cheap hostels. And, it wasn't the kind of best places.
Schwanky.
Yeah, it wasn't schwanky at all. It was cheap. It was on the fly. Not many plans. They were the wanderers.
Not this generation.
Not this generation. Okay, because that backpacker generation has been replaced with a desire for upscale, private rooms, air conditioning, restaurant meals, and good food. All the amenities. Food and beverage during a cruise vacation is important to the Gen Zers, and the importance of foodie experiences have increased significantly. And recent market research found that 35% of Gen Zs prioritize food experiences, and 94% research where they eat. They do their research first before they travel.
That's right. Now, with the number of female travelers growing by leaps and bounds, many tourism and travel companies are specifically creating female-centered itineraries based on interests and connecting women with other women. Female-centered cruises can create a female empowerment community at sea.
Now, because if you go and you Google, now remember, Google's your friend. If you Google search the words solo travel and traveling alone, the results of what you find is larger than it has ever been before. Solo traveling is rising in popularity, forming community bonds, and once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Gen Zs are hugely swayed by online influencers, the celebrities of their times.
Wow, things are really changing quickly. And the old guard is the old guard is dying out, and this generation is creating new trends everywhere they go and with everything they touch.
That's right. Absolutely. It's coming, people.
It's coming. And so we want to know if you notice some changes in the trends of the cruise industry. I know we've noticed
when you get on, you're like, oh, wow.
Even in the last 10 years.
Yeah, look what they're doing. It's like, you kind of like, wow. And then I'm like, do I know how to do some of this stuff?
So now I'm speaking to all those Gen Zers out there. I want to make sure that you share this video. It'll help all the cruising community see Cruising with Wheels videos. And we want to thank you for joining us today. Remember, don't just watch our videos. Become a regular Cruising with Wheels family member by clicking that subscribe button. And what else do they got to do? They got to click that little bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
And you'll get regular notifications of when our videos go live. Where else can they find us?
They can also find us on all the other social media platforms because we are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
And remember to always travel safe
and cruise often.